As I mentioned at the beginning of Mass, and as we've read in the bulletin the last couple of weeks, and if you saw today's bulletin, it also mentions the fact that we have a representative here who'd like to speak on behalf of the missions, something we do every year called the Missionary Cooperative Plan. And, you know, we're aware of things as they happen sometimes, or as they exist in other parts of the country or the world, but sometimes we also tend to forget. And we have visiting with us today is Josh Velez, and he's here to speak on the work and the mission, particularly assisting the people in Haiti. So I'd like to welcome Josh to the parish and have him come forward.
Thank you, Father. One Sunday morning, a mother went into her son's room, taps him on the hip and says, "Sweetheart, it's time to get up and get ready for Mass." In protest, her son flips over onto his stomach and says, "I'm not going." "Why?" she asked. "I'm just not going." The mother, thinking she'll be diplomatic, says, "Okay, you give me a few reasons why you won't go, and I'll give you a few reasons why you should go." The son, thinking he's outsmarted his mother, flips back over on his back and says, "Well, there's no air conditioning, the music is not that good, and the homilies are always boring." The mother, shaking her head in agreement, says, "You're right. Those are very good reasons why you shouldn't go. But the two reasons why I think you must go is, one, you are 45 years old, and two, you're the pastor. Good morning. As Father said, my name is Joshua Velez, and I am the Mission Appeals Coordinator and U.S. Mission Representative for the Diocese of Gonaives in Haiti. I am responsible for contacting all of the dioceses in the United States, seeking permission for our mission diocese to speak during the Mission Co-op plan in their dioceses. I first would like to thank Bishop Scharfenberger for inviting us to participate in this year's MCP, and I would especially like to thank Father Sabula for welcoming me to come to you this morning to talk about our work in Haiti. And with that, if you will all please indulge me for a few minutes and close your eyes. Now place yourselves with me in Haiti. As we walk out of the airport and board the bus taking us to our diocesan compound, children and men bang on the windows of the bus, begging for money, food, and work. As we get to the compound, we have to walk through a little village. Walk with me. What do you see? If you look over there, you'll see a little girl digging through the trash. She's looking for something to eat because she hasn't eaten in 2 days. And over there, do you see the little boy drinking from that puddle? It's infested with parasites. Walk a little further with me. Do you hear that? Those are mothers crying because they've lost one of their children. 1 in 5 children do not make it to their 5th birthdays. No parent should ever have to watch their child die because of thirst or hunger. If you turn around, you'll see mounds and mounds of trash. Do you see how it's moving? Those are rats. And here the rats outnumber humans 3 to 1. In fact, at night we have to take turns staying up to make sure the rats don't nibble on us while we're sleeping. Let's go a little further. Look at all of our elderly laying and sitting in their own filth and waste because there's no one there to help bathe them or care for them. The smell of human and animal waste fills the air. The smell of polluted land and water is unbearable and inescapable. One day, we traveled with one of the little girls from our school. We followed her to her shack. She sat down on the ground and pulled out a coloring book and crayons she had just received from one of our schools. As she flipped through the pages, she saw a creature she had never seen before. And in her native Creole, she asked, "What is this creature?" We told her that it was a butterfly. "Are they real?" she asked with excitement. "Of course they are," we responded. Hanging her head in sadness, she responded, "Oh, then I guess I will never see something like this, because a creature this beautiful could never live where I live." One of the ladies in our envoy bent down and took the little girl by her chubby little cheeks and said, "One day, sweetheart, one day. This is our home. This is our hell. You can open your eyes." If you listen, you can almost hear the voices of our people as they themselves lift up their eyes to God who is in heaven and plead for his mercy, as we heard the psalmist sing. With everything they have been through, and as thankful as they are, they still continue to beg for God to have pity on them. The suffering we see in Haiti on a daily basis is overwhelming, and it rips the heart right out of your chest. And try not to tear up when a child comes running up to you, grabbing your leg, thanking you for something to eat. Or when an elderly person thanks you for a bath, something to eat, a gentle touch, or even just a few minutes of your time to listen to them. These are things that we truly take for granted here in the United States: food, water, and time. Our people don't see these on a day-to-day basis. There's no electricity, no running water, no bathrooms, no security. Gangs fill the streets, and death surrounds us. And yet, they still believe and feel the love and presence of our God. Can you imagine not having your cell phone, a computer, or any other device? Or how about your TV? Many of our people don't even know what a phone is. They don't have TVs, tablets, Fitbits, or widget spinners. They don't know who the Kardashians are. They are not up on recent celebrity gossip or political gossip, nor do they care. They didn't even get to watch Meghan Markle marry her Prince Harry. They don't even have their own bedrooms to go to at the end of a long, hard day. All of our people live in 15 by 15 foot one-room shacks made out of corrugated steel, cardboard, old porta potty walls where everyone sleeps together on the dirt floor. Now, I'm sure you're sitting there probably thinking, what could I possibly know about suffering? Well, let me tell you. After witnessing a team member take a mother's dead child away from her and listening to her screams and her cry, I still wake up from that sometimes. Or trying to save someone trapped under one of the buildings that had fallen during the earthquake, and just as we get to him, his screams stop and his body goes limp. The rainy season has finally ended, but it added even more suffering to our people, flooding homes and streets with mud, garbage, and other debris burying everything in its path, including people. And just this morning, on my way to the parish, I received a notification from our executive director that riots and looting have broken out in our streets, people setting fires, blocking any form of emergency personnel coming to our compounds. Despite all of the pain and sadness, there is a true happiness in our people. They break out in songs and dance of thanksgiving to God for his blessings and his love. They are thankful for the work that we do for them, work that we are able to do because of generosity from people like you and from parishes like St. Mary's. We are able to build schools and staff them, provide food not only for our students, but feeding 30,000 people every month. We provide health care in our medical and mobile clinics, drill wells for fresh water to drink, bathe, and water crops with. And we teach our people to grow their own food and to be self-sustaining. Yes, we need your help. I'm not going to stand here and pretend that we don't. I ask that you truly join hands with our people in Haiti. Help us help the poorest of God's people. Help us bring life and dignity to those who are dying, food to the hungry, water to the thirsty, clothing to the naked, education to the uneducated, medicine and treatments to those who are sick. Help us bring the love of Christ to those who need to feel it most. You're also probably sitting there wondering, why would anyone do this? Why continue to go to such a devastating place again and again? I can honestly say it's because I'm Catholic. We are Catholic. What does that mean to us? Does it mean coming to Mass once a week and going through the motions? Father, Son, Holy Spirit, up, down, peace be with you and with your spirit? No. Being Catholic means to live our faith, to be bold and doers of it. At the end of Mass, Father dismisses us by one of a few different options. Go and announce the gospel of the Lord, or go in peace, glorifying the Lord with your life. Go in peace, just a few to mention. These are not mere pleasantries as, have a good day, see you next weekend. Rather, they are a charge. They are a charge to you and to me to take what we have just experienced within these four walls and to bring it out into a world that truly and desperately needs it. Pope St. John Paul the Great told us that missionary activity is a matter for all Christians, not just Catholics, and that we must commit ourselves wholeheartedly to its service. Pope Benedict told us that each of us has a mission. Each of us is called to change the world, to work for a culture of life, a culture forged by love and respect for the dignity of each human person. And now, Pope Francis warns us about becoming lukewarm Catholics and continues to challenge us to become missionaries in our own ways. I'm sure there won't be a line of people waiting for me at the end of Mass begging to come to Haiti with us. That's understandable. But I pray that you yourselves will be reflected in today's gospel acclamation, that the Spirit of the Lord is upon you, for he sent you to bring glad tidings to the poor. And it is with your donations, and most especially your prayers, because without prayer, we can do nothing. You will be with us in spirit, bringing those glad tidings to the poor. So, my friends, on behalf of Bishop Payon, the Bishop of the Diocese of Gonaives in Haiti, and all the people we serve, go in peace. Thank you, and may God bless you all.
Thanks, Josh. Some of you know Cardinal Dolan. You ever hear that name? He's the guy in New York City. And the cardinals, like many priests, you hear something and you repeat it because it's a good message. And I remember a couple years ago listening to the cardinal on XM radio on the Catholic channel. And he said, we're talking about missionary work, he said, some people become missionaries by going. Some people become missionaries by giving. And today, obviously, we're being asked to give. And so in the second collection, there'll be a first collection for the parish. The second collection will be for the mission work in Haiti. We ask you to give what you can, but we know that whatever we can give together can help extremely so in places like Haiti and the rest of the world. So let's stand now and ask our God to hear our many prayers.